I'm tired. How y'all doing? Y'all know I keep it 100. No shame. Awesome. So, guys, tonight I want to speak on just something that was on my heart tonight. Several different things. Um, I see a lot of people, like I've mentioned before. There's a lot of growth that's happening. There's a lot of elevation that's taking place. And I first want to encourage everybody to just stay focused on what it is that you want. I told a young man the other day, if you focus on what your activity will create, you'll respect, you'll be more disciplined, you'll be more aware of what you need to do and prioritize your schedule. Everybody on this line, I pretty much ask most people, what would you like financial freedom to do for you? And you should know what the answer is. There shouldn't be any hesitation in your voice. If you don't know, I pray that you take a card. You know, we're working with Earl Nightingale's 30-day test. And then just in general, that everybody on tonight, if you can grab you a sheet of paper or a card or something that's nearby. Mine is on the back of my cell phone, so I can't unwrap all this. But the back of my phone says 50 families. Let me read it to you guys. It says, I'm so happy and grateful that generational wealth has helped IML reach a million customers. I'm so happy and grateful that generational wealth has helped 50 families reach over $1,000 a month of residual income by September 13th, 2019. I wrote that on March 3rd, 2019. All right, I wrote it down. And I just want to make sure that everybody's goal and vision is always in front of them. I also have it as a screensaver, 50 families. You see me drop it all the time in the group chat. You see me post it in my IG story. Guys, I want to know what it is that you exhibit for your life. If you were a museum, if people had to pay to come inside your story, if they had to come inside, if they had to pay and come inside to see your visualization and your imagination, what does your exhibit show? What does the exhibition of your mind show? If we had to pay, what is being painted? What is your truth? What is your why? What is pulling you forward every single day? We always have to remember, guys, I think a lot of times we unconsciously take life for granted. We unconsciously take the fact that we're so used to waking up and seeing another day that we minimize our maximum effort. We're so used to waking up and seeing another day. It's so habitual that we take life for granted. And sometimes it's not a times it's not a conscious activity, guys. We're just so used to it. It's just routine, right? It's just routine. Where you have got to realize, when you allow yourself to operate on routine, you don't allow yourself to grow. There's no room for expansion. There's a sense of entitlement. The only thing that you should feel um that should be taking place in your life every day is that you should be expanding yourself. If you don't know what tomorrow looks like, I mean, we ultimately don't know what tomorrow looks like, but if you could plan your tomorrow, see, a lot of us think tomorrow looks like today because we live in a habitual state of activity. We live in a habitual state of mind. Some of us don't even realize that there's a new sunset every single day because we're so used to what? Waking up every day. Every day is totally different. We've never seen, what time is it right now? We've never seen 9:10 p.m. on whatever today's date is, April 2nd, right? We've never seen 9:10 p.m. on April 2nd. But what we do is we have this sense of entitlement, and we don't expand, and we don't give our all. So if we was to take some type of, like, crazy uh what is a projector, and we're able to see inside your mind, guys, what is pouring out of your mind? What is pouring out your desires? What is pouring out? Is it negativity? Is it I can't, I won't, I'm tired, I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I have anxiety? Are all these words coming out of your mouth? Coming out of your mouth. Remember, you're on exhibition. We came to pay to see you. Will you be worth the money that we're going to spend? With your imagination, with your visualization, with your desires, your hearts, everything that's coming out of your heart and your mind, will it be worth paying to see you, or will it be a waste of money? Anything, we should be sitting here investing into you, investing in your visualization, investing in what you're going to project, because we should be seeing things that's going to add value to our lives. If what you're projecting doesn't add value to your coming to the marketplace, to the people around you, to yourself, if you're not adding value to yourself by simply the words you speak, the people you listen to, right? What type of conversations are you having on a daily basis? What type of people are pouring it into you? Guys, I tell you all the time, you got to be careful of toxic waste, because what's going to happen is when we come inside come inside your exhibit, and we come to see you, where there's going to be these little inklings in the back of your mind of conversations of people, environments, and images, things that you've been allowing to penetrate inside your ear gates and your eye gates. And as you continue to speak and you start to visualize your future, you can't visualize you, because sometimes there's a noise. There's toxic waste that's kind of funneling itself and making its way into your exhibit. And so now when you're playing, we're playing the screen, and we see you, and we're excited about what you're sharing, where sometimes now the screen starts to glitch. There's shaking in the atmosphere. There's a glitch. There's a, well, you know, back in the day when you had the antenna, it has all this movement, right? It's static in your vision, because you're allowing the wrong people to speak inside your ears. You're listening to the wrong information. You're watching the wrong type of information, right? And then what happens? Then there's excuses. There's complaining. There's whining. I mean, it almost gets to the point where you want to just tell people, please be quiet. Though that type of language has become such a custom in this word, is absolutely ridiculous. And they wonder why so many people cannot sustain going through life on a day-to-day basis, because we've raised people to be weak. We've raised people to whine and complain. And guys, I'm just saying tonight, whatever it is that you desire, whatever your goals and your dreams are, please do not saturate your vision with complaining and patience and not having gratitude. Remember, I want you guys to remember the two things I've already expressed tonight. Write down your vision. You should know what makes you excited to get out of bed every single day. Don't be chasing something that's blurry, that's not clear, right? If you don't know what it is that you want, if you don't know what it is that you desire, I'm trying to remember something. You take this question. If I had enough money, I would. Fill those two sentences in, and that's what you need to be aiming towards. If I had enough money, I would. Or if I had all the money in the world, I would blank. That's what you should pursue, and that's your dream. And you start there, because sometimes, a lot of times, what we envision, what we desire is not our purpose. Sometimes your purpose isn't something you're going to enjoy doing, because at the end of the day, it's not about what makes you comfortable, guys. It's about you serving a purpose for other people and bringing people closer to serve God, for the believers on the line. All right. But you have to write your vision down. All right. If you understand writing the vision down, drop some ones in the chat box. Write your vision down. And if anybody wants to drop in the chat box, do you already have your vision down? Put a yes in the chat box. If you already have it down, do you keep it in front of you at all times? I have it on my screensaver. It's everywhere. It's in my car. It's in the bathroom. Do you keep your vision around you at all times? Because what happens, remember, you got to keep it in the forefront of your mind, because what's going to happen? These distractions are going to come in. Those conversations are going to come in. Those images, those words, things that are lacking are going to start coming in and start blurring your vision. So you got to always stay on top of what it is that you desire. You got to keep it in front of you at all times, right? So what does your exhibit show? What are you projecting? What type of value can people gain from you? What type of words do you speak? Can somebody know that they can come to you and know that they're going to get poured into? Can somebody come to your house? Can somebody come to your social media page and gain value? Right? Think about that, guys. You got to start being more conscious and more intentional about what it is that you're exploiting. Okay? You cannot prepare for something you cannot see. You cannot prepare for something you cannot see. So first, the vision is to write it down. Keep it in front of you at all times. And you can always upgrade your vision, ladies and gentlemen. You can. What's the vision for generational wealth? 50 families by September 13th, 2019. We got about 3 or 4 loading right now. Right? But you cannot prepare for something you cannot see. What does that mean? Well, you know, how many 6-figure traders do I have on the call? If you're a 6-figure trader, can you please drop a 1 in the chat box? I need to see who I'm talking to right quick. If you're a six-figure trader, can you drop a 1 in the chat box? Let me see. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. So we have 3 six-figure traders in the chat box. See, ladies and gentlemen, you guys may have missed that because you're waiting on the physical to show up before you believe you're a six-figure trader. The 3 people that dropped that in the chat box are not in the physical form of six-figure traders yet. They've already spiritually claimed and spiritually painted that they're done. If you can't believe it right now, it's not going to manifest. So how in the world do you expect that manifestation to show up and knock at your door when you can't even believe it in your spiritual first? Right? You can't, when you are hungry and you have a craving and you're like, oh man, like me, I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I'm like, man, some days y'all know how them cravings be when you desire something. I want me some, I want me some seafood powder. I want me some fried chicken and whatever it is that you desire. I want me some food, right? Ooh, and I want the rice on the side with this, and then I want the collard greens with this, and they gotta have this. You can break it down to a science because you see it in the spiritual already, right? So what happens? You go out and seek that craving. Y'all are not craving what it is that you desire. You see it on the menu. You see people talk about it. You see all these success stories floating around the entire company and the organization. All you see is these appetizers, but you don't even want to crave that same feast for yourself. What are you waiting on? You waiting on somebody to give you a gift card. You waiting on somebody to give you a gift card before you even believe you can be a six-figure trader, before it can arrive on your plate. But instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to walk in that belief today. Guys, you got to walk around like a kid. I'm telling y'all. Y'all think this stuff is a joke. Y'all think this stuff is just people talking about it. You have to literally walk around in your imagination today. You can't just leave it out here in the spiritual realm. You got to start walking in formation today. I am so happy and grateful. I am a six-figure trader. When people say, some people say, man, are you a trader? You're a chairman, right? Yeah, I actually am. I am. Oh man, I thought so. Yeah. I don't have to tell them, well, not yet. It ain't in my back office. If I say that, then I'm delaying the physical to show up. Does your imagination allow people to believe does your imagination allow people to believe you today in the present moment? Do you walk in your posture, in your manifestation so real right now that people already believe that is true? I got people walking around calling me a millionaire. I'm really trying to get comfortable listening to it. I say it all the time. I'm so happy and grateful. I'm a 7-figure earner. So now I'm learning to say, yes, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. So don't deny what people see if you're already walking in your belief. Don't limit that. Don't block it. So for my 6-figure traders on the line, congratulations. It will arrive when it's time. You have to become a certain person. You have to become a certain person. You have to suspend emotional intelligence. You got to blow multiple accounts. You got to go through so many different phases. Trading, yes, it's a phenomenal skill set. It's changing thousands of lives, right? But at the end of the day, you got to become a certain person, all right? Oh, no, that is. So you got to become a certain person. Now, for my chairman on the line, if my chairman leaders can drop some ones in the chat box, those of you who are making at least $10,000 a month residual income, can you please drop some ones in the chat box? I just need to see who I'm talking to and make sure I talk to myself. So this is another thing, guys. If you cannot make public declaration, you don't believe. You're just a visitor. I'm going to let you know that now. If you can't make public declaration, you're just a visitor of someone else's desire. Okay? If you cannot make public declaration outside of trading, outside of this chairman activity, you're just a visitor of someone else's desire. You're a spectator. You're sitting on the sidelines and you want to say, you know what? I am a chairman, but all you do is talk about it. You can't even voice it with strong belief that I am a chairman. Don't allow anybody to contradict your belief. Okay. Now, the only way your belief can be contradicted is by your productivity and activity. See, nobody cares what you say, ultimately. I don't care what you say. I really don't. I only care what you do. So when you tell me, oh, B, man, I really am going to come in and knock this thing out the ballpark, let me tell y'all something. I'm super excited when people start, no matter what it is that they desire, but I don't believe you until I see your actions exceed your desire. And I don't believe you until I see you exceed your discouragement, your impatience, your intolerance. I don't believe you until you can rise above all of those tempting moments that call your name to quit. All those tempting moments that call your name to say you're not good enough. All of those tempting moments where life comes and throws punches at you. Life is always going to throw a punch. I don't know why people act so surprised when life throws a challenge. It's a part of life. It's never going to go away. You have to understand, just as soon as the sun rises and sets, it's always going to be a challenge to arise in life. So you need to suck it up and deal with it. And I'm not being I'm not being insensitive, guys. I'm just letting you know. Why is there only 3% of people in the world that own 97% of wealth? Because they've realized that their punches are never going to keep them down. They realize that their productivity and their activity is going to call them to really touch what they see in their mind. Right? So don't just solely say something. Oh, I want to be a chair. Oh, I want to be a six-figure. Stop saying stuff and put in the work. Remember, once you firmly desire something, time doesn't have any factor. Time is non-existent. So if time is existent in what you want to do, guys, that means you really don't want that. You really don't want that. So think about that. When you write this stuff down on that card that's going to be in your face every single day, on your phone, on your laptop, on the ceiling of your room, in your bathroom, in your car. When you take that card, and you can remember, you can always make adjustments. But when you take that card, you got to understand this is what you're doing until it happens, period. With a T on the end. And this is what you're doing until it happens, period. Okay? It ain't no, and let's say this. Yes, my gold card says 50 families by September 13th. Guys, I'm not going to be upset because if it doesn't happen by September 13th, there may be some things that our organization still may have to go through before it really manifests. But I'm not going to change the date. I'm not going to change the date because ultimately them dates don't mean nothing to me. Right? Why we got to set our time up an hour and then a back? That's retarded. Anyway, I'm going off. At the end of the day, you got to just say, this is my goal until, and ... Some of you guys are not going to be here 12 months from now. I already know that. How do I know? Because I had the same conversation 12 months ago, and those people are not on this phone call tonight. I don't say that as to be discouraging, guys. I just tell you the truth. People get off track. Life throws punches, and sometimes people just simply get lazy. And then ultimately, people don't keep up with their desire. What does that mean? So you got to beat on that skill. You got to pound on that desire. You got to make sure you're putting activity towards something. Because if I say, you know what, I believe Aaron is going to be a chairman. You know what, he's already a chairman. And then let's say a month down the road, Aaron decides, you know what, B, I think I'm going to take a break. Wow. So you just stayed committed for an entire year and you decide to take a break because what? Man, I don't know, man. Things just ain't moving right, man. Things don't seem to be going my way. What do you mean things are not going your way? Well, I keep talking to all these people and I talk to so many people, man, ain't nobody budging. Well, maybe you're talking to the wrong people. Maybe God is testing your faith. Maybe he's testing your desire. See, a lot of y'all have failed that test multiple times. The opportunity, the door is wide open. He been sitting there, just, come on. I've been waiting for you. But what is it that you do? You keep looking back. You keep becoming discouraged. And so instead of feeding the positivity and knowing that vision is going to manifest because you see it every single day. And once it's written down, it's already done. He said it in the word. So are you telling me you don't believe the word? Is that what you're telling me? You don't believe when you write it down and make it plain that it's going to manifest for your productivity? Is that what you're telling me? So you're telling me that you put a deadline on God's blessing. Oof. That's what you're telling me. You put a deadline on the blessing. You put an expiration date on when he should show up in your life. That's what you're telling me. See, that's what's wrong with most people. You put expiration dates on when your blessing should show up. That's why you miss it every single time, because you're dependent upon what you can create and not what he can create. Humans are flawed. You're flawed. Why? Because the mere fact that you even want to give up is a flaw. The mere fact that you don't want to keep on moving forward is a flaw. The mere fact that you feel like it should happen when it should happen on your time is a flaw. No, you compound your efforts every single day. Are you calculating how much effort you're putting forward? What does your Energizer Bunny read? What does your Energizer Bunny read? If we were to calculate how much maximum effort you really could put forth, what is your clocking? Well, how much are you really putting forth? How much percentage out of 100%? Right? How much time do you spend talking on the phone? How much time do you allow people to get you off track, calling you at random? Guys, I have a rule on this phone right here. This is my business phone. Do not call me and make no random conversation. Everything has to be scheduled at an appointment, because I'm strategic in what amount of effort I put forth every single day. I'm going to say, hey, yes, I can talk to you, but it's not going to be right now. You're not on my calendar right now to talk to you. See, some of y'all allow people to interfere with your calendar. That's why you can't reach your success. You keep allowing these speed bumps come in the road. They got to keep paving the road. These people paving over your road, messing you up, making cracks all in the road, right? Because you allow them to intrude. Stop allowing people to intrude into your atmosphere. You got to protect that vision. Sometimes you got to be cutthroat. Guys, we get one chance at this life. So don't get offended when people want to take their life seriously. Don't get offended when people want to go hard and go in. You should not get mad when people decide, listen, you know what? She always doing that. He always doing that. Let's just let him do it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, that's the price you have to pay. What's the price that you're paying to work your job? Time, freedom, and money. It's a triple whammy. When you work your job, the price you're paying is you don't get time, you barely get money, and you don't get freedom. That's the price you have to pay. So why not pay the price for true freedom? Temporarily. You don't have to pay the price for your entire life to never have money. You can pay the price short term to have it for freedom forever and for generations to come. Generations to come. So write the vision, write it on the card. And if you cannot make public declaration, that means you don't believe yet. And that's okay. You just need to study how to expand your belief. How do you expand your belief? You get you some affirmations. See, affirmations are in place to condition your subconscious mind to bring that, to push through the conscious mind. Because the conscious mind is too distracted and too out of place right now. You got to get them both in alignment. So when you condition yourself every single day, I'm so happy and grateful that generational wealth has 50 families. I don't have to say that no more, because I believe it. It's done. When was the last time you got to a point in your life that you don't have to affirm nothing? You already know it's done. See, when you're trying to continuously tell yourself something, you're just trying to convince yourself, right? That's the power of affirmations. Let me tell myself, I'm so happy and grateful I'm making a living while I'm working on my fortune. That's going to start controlling your tongue to speak positive, right? And so you condition yourself. So now it becomes a truth. Now, once the truth is manifest, you don't have to even verbalize it no more. You just really know it's done. Like you just bake that cake in the oven and it's bing, it's done. When was the last time you knew something was done? Think about that. When was the, and when I say done, guys, you know without a shot, it's almost like y'all know y'all get paid every 2 weeks. The amount of faith people have in a 2-week pay period is greater than some people have in God. You got to have a faith that doesn't, nothing can intrude it. Nothing can, it's impenetrable, right? It's impenetrable. Some of y'all know y'all gonna wake up with your breath stinking. Everybody should know that. If you know your breath gonna stink when you wake up in the morning, this is the type of faith I'm trying to tell y'all to have, because everything requires faith. You have faith. Faith is just the power of believing. You know your breath gonna stink. You have faith that your breath is going to stink. You need to have that same amount of faith in your vision. You got to have the same amount of faith in your vision. You know, if you're allergic to milk, you're going to get sick. You have faith in knowing that if you drink milk, this milk is going to make you sick. Why don't you have that same amount of faith in your vision? Why? Because you don't believe. Activity and productivity, it's a difference. Activities, you're doing things kind of like on an administrative side. They contribute to what's going to happen. Productivity is what's going to get you paid. Okay? Activity is the setup. Productivity is what's going to get you paid. Okay? What's the difference? Studying charts is activity. Marking up charts and making an order and put it in your MetaTrader is productivity. There's a difference. See, a lot of y'all are involved in extracurricular activities, allowing people to pull you in so many directions, doing unnecessary things, I'm not going to say unnecessary. You're just doing so much activity that productivity has no space to manifest. Are you doing income producing activities? IPA, income producing activities. What does that look like? Let's look at both aspects. So you have you have traders, right? When you're doing income producing activities as a trader, your first rule is to always make sure you have access to your back office, to your education. Okay? How do I make sure I have access to my education? I do what's necessary. I make the sacrifices. Because if I don't sacrifice to learn this skill, the alternative is that I just stay on my job and retire when I'm 65. That's the alternative. Because what y'all fail to realize is it don't have to be trading. It don't have to be chairman. You may have a business idea. You may have a clothing line. You may have a consultant company. You may have a cleaning company. You may have, I don't care what freaking company it is. At the end of the day, if it involves a product or service, it involves people to make a transaction. And when a transaction has to take place, people have to know about your product or service. Again, whether you're selling clothes, shoes, irons, massages, I don't care, anything, lotions, potions, whatever it is, there's a product and service that has to be exchanged. Okay? So when you are in your own little world, let's say you never even heard about Generational Wealth Our Markets Live. You're in your own little world and you want to build your brand. How much productivity is required of you and what type of activity is required of you? How long do you have to do it? Until. So what people fail to realize is you go to your job every single day to put forth activity because it never produces income. It produces a paycheck to paycheck living for 97% of people. It never produces IPA. It produces income. It's just activity. It's just activity. So how in the heck do you go to some place every single day and work your butt off for hours? I am telling this with the root of my soul because I can still feel me working hard every day. I know what it feels like and it scares me. I'm so scared to go back. I'm so scared to go back. I'm telling y'all the truth. I can feel what it looks like. I can experience, I can smell it. I can feel my energy. And knowing that I worked so hard to never receive any elevation in my life. I'm talking working hard, y'all. Shoes, the rubber done fell down in the shoe. It got a lean to it, right? Working so hard to never go anywhere. And it finally clicked to me when people say the rat race. I'm like, why they call it the rat race? Because you're working your butt off, spinning on this wheel. Your shoes getting out of order. They're getting holes in them. Your back hurt. Your feet hurt. You're stressed. You got that little knot on the back of your neck. and your wig's leaning sideways and your head hurt, and you just irritated all the time. All the time. But yet, what do? We show up and put forth our maximum effort every single day into a vision that's never going to create us financial freedom. That's never going to bring about personal development. That's never going to bring about increase. The only increase that's going to happen is the opposite of your shoe. The opposite of your shoe ain't going to increase. All right. Now, so we put forth this effort into these places. And I'm not talking about everybody's job. If some people actually love what they do, shout out to the people who love what they do. But at the same time, when you're putting so much effort into somebody else's dream, guys, what is going to happen to yours when you don't clock in? I say it all the time. You got the fear-based factory and the faith-based factory. What is a fear-based factor? The fact that you go to a place knowing good and well you don't want to be there anymore. What is the fear? The fear is what's holding you from clocking into your faith-based factory. The faith-based factory over there is your vision, your goals, your dreams, your desires, your freedom, your time, your money, your energy, your health, your peace of mind, your spiritual growth and development. That's what the faith-based factory looks like. The fear-based factory says, listen, I wrote my vision down. It's on my card. I see it everywhere. But what do I do when I get home? I never clock in. Because what did I allow? I allow excuses. I allow exhaustion. People are like, man, I'm tired. You're going to be tired. But you go to work tired every day. Why you can't go to work? Why you can't go to work tired on yourself? Just give yourself an hour a day. I ain't telling you to go hard for hours. Compound that time over time, guys. Compound those efforts. I'm sorry. Every single day. So you clock in over here to never bring your reality to the physical form. And every single day you pick up the phone and you complain, or you scroll and study other people's complaining. And as you're studying other people's complaining, you allow that to become a part of your subconscious mind. And so that's when we come to your exhibit and it starts flickering and the lights everything starts to become blurry because you're not clocking into the right factory. Right? When you're not clocking into the right factory. And so you're studying people's complaining and gossip and drama and just toxic information, toxic waste, just taking over your mind and your personality, in your patience, in your character, in your spirituality. Every single day. Most people wake up and clock in to the commercialized. It's almost like we worship commercialism before we even thank God for giving us another breath in our lungs. But why is that so? Because people are so used to. They use those two. I'm so used to. Stop being used to doing the same thing. You should never use those words. Man, I'm used to just going there. I'm used to taking that route. I'm used to eating that food. I'm used to. Stop being used to. When can you start using the expression, I tried something new. I did something different. I got up again. I tried over. I started over. Man, I've been on that job about 20 years, but I've been on that job about 50 years. I remember when is something new going to come out of your mouth? If you're still using the same story from last year, you have not had any progress in your life. You haven't had any progress in your life. See, next year you guys can have a new story. You can say, you know what? Last year this time, I remember I started learning how to trade. It's going to be 2 stories to be said a year from now. Somebody's story, oh my God, I remember last year I started learning how to trade. And I didn't know what a pip was. I didn't know what a harmonic scanner was. That stuff looked crazy to me. And now I can teach somebody. See, that's going to be somebody's story in the line. Somebody else's story is going to be, man, I used to try that. Man, I used to do that. Man, I tried that. It didn't even work. And why? Because you didn't wait. So everything that you touch has a used to story behind it. When are you going to have a success story behind your words? Goodness gracious. When are you going to have a success story? When are you going to have completion behind your words? Goodness. When are you going to have completion behind your words? Your activity. We're going to see the work. We're going to see the efforts. But when can your story align with your activity? Come on, B. When is your story going to align with your activity? See, a lot of y'all is just saying stuff. But when the productivity, activity, and the words come together in this trifecta and they explode and create this story, then there's completion. Even if you don't even reach the end yet. I'm still on my journey. Yes, I started this thing a year ago, but I know more than I did 12 months ago. I'm still on my journey. I'm still climbing up the hill. I'm still reaching my point of trifecta because this thing is going to explode one day in my life. Some of y'all going to quit after 2 years. Some of y'all going to quit after 5 years. Because what? It took too long. That's too much time. But you ain't coming to your boss when they're giving you a 50-cent raise and a $1 raise and telling them that wasn't good. That wasn't enough. People get excited off a $1 raise. That ain't no money. Especially after taxes. Especially after the bills. Especially, guys, the time is going to pass if you try or not. And I'm not just talking about trading and chairman tonight. I'm talking about whatever it is that you want, whatever business idea you have in mind, whatever nonprofit organization you want to start, whatever ministry you want to start. It still requires the same amount of effort that you're applying here. Matter of fact, it may require more because trading doesn't require you to talk to people. It just requires you to wait, like anything else in life. Chairman requires you to talk to people, be relational, become a leader, gain personal development. There's so much growth that happens there as well. Trading does teach you emotional intelligence. And that you can apply to anything in life. But when will completion be behind your story? When can we walk in the exhibit and say, see when the projector is sharing your story, sharing your vision? We can see the established date, we can see the completion date, or we can see the established date and still going. At least there's still a dash there. At least there's still a dash there. But what happens? We give up, we quit. We allow our own limiting thoughts. Guys, nothing in this world, it will slow you down except for yourself. You may have hard financial situations, but don't claim that to be permanent. If you start preparing for your future, maybe you will be aware when hard times are going. When you prepare for your future, maybe when challenges arise, you won't ever get bothered or affected by it because you're always prepared. But what do? We get a little bonus check, we get a little income tax, and what's the first thing that people do? The poor people go spend it first. Rich and wealthy invest it. Right? You have to focus. You have to be patient, and you have to expand your belief in your faith. Stop walking around here talking about what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and go do it. When we're looking at the reel of your exhibit, what type of productivity will we see? What type of notes can we take home? What type of Snapchats and IG stories can we go and snap real quick and say, man, look at what she did. Look at what he did to get here. Look how much stamina. Look how much resilience. Look how much persevering faith. Right? Gotta give you the blessing. I say this all the time. Gotta give you the blessing before you put a deadline on it. But sometimes you guys pick up the finish line off the floor before you arrive. Some of y'all peel it. Y'all literally peel the finish line off the floor before you arrive because you've given up. You don't wave the flag. And God saying, God dog it, I done lost another one. I done lost another one. Someone who didn't believe in me. They believed in themselves too much. Someone who decided to carry all the weight instead of just moving out of the way and moving forward. So a lot of you guys got to remember, sometimes you won't even know the how. But once you reach a level in your faith, guys, it's unbelievable. It's almost like you in this mysterious place, because it's like people like, man, how you not even stressed out? How you not even worried? How you not even concerned? Because every time I allowed myself to go worry or even have concern, who shows up? Why is it that we forget that? When you allow yourself to have worry, concern, why is it that you forget there's a power, supernatural power, way beyond anything that we can ever do, will put his hand down in your situation and carry you the rest of the way. You're walking, you're running, you're walking, you're running, you're tired, you're exhausted. It's raining, the sun is beaming, you need some water. You're running this race, your shoes are getting weary, your bones, your muscles are getting weary. You're running this race and you're sweaty and you're tired, you're exhausted, you're alone, you're in the desert, but you keep running and you keep running and you keep running and you're kicking up the dust and you keep running, and then you fall for a second, but you get back up and you keep running, and you fall for a second and you get back up and you fall for a second. You may even lay down and pass out for 24 hours, but you get back up and you get back up, and then you lose a loved one, and then you lose your job, and then you get sick, and then maybe you got to go to the hospital, but you get back up every time. And then what happens? He reaches his hand down because he sees that you believe in his power to pull you forward, and he pulls you to the finish line, and you have completion behind your story. That's what your reel should show. Your reel should show that despite all the pain and the destruction and the challenges and the beating and the everything that hit you and slapped you and punched you and left you just so distraught, that you kept going. You were unbeatable. You were unbeatable. That nothing could penetrate your ability to move forward. The only thing that could penetrate your ability to go forward is his hand pulling you more further forward. So your reel should show those things. And that's what I'm saying. When you are on exhibit, ladies and gentlemen, what does it look like? What can somebody see right now? Do they see somebody that has a gift of gab but never receives any return? Ooh. Does somebody have the gift of gab and never receive any return? Or somebody quiet and low key like LaToya Johnson, who can just pop up on a B? I want to teach the team. Right? Right? What are you exhibiting, guys? What can somebody take away from you? If I was to copy the cat, let's say we're playing copy the cat, right? If I play copycat with your actions every day, if I play copycat with your actions every day, what does my life look like? What type of return am I going to get? Y'all need to ask yourself that. Look at yourself right now. Self. If Day Day and Kiki was to copy me right now, what success would they have right now? What returns would they see manifesting? Can they be excited because based off of that productivity that we've been doing, they know it's on the way? Based off us being consistent every day, they know it's on the way. We stop complaining. And when we find ourselves getting there, we shut up. Oh, wait a minute, that ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. Can you check yourself? So if you can answer that question with all truth, you'll know what your reality is. Jesus Christ. If Day Day and Kiki was to copy you, we're copying you the cat, copy the cat, will we believe without a shadow of doubt that we're going to reach our destination? Or you be like, oh, shoot, no, they can't be copying me. If you feel that way, you know you're not going to reach your goal. Right? You won't reach your goal. And so all that time that's wasted writing down these visions, planting all of our seeds around the house and the cars and telling people about our goals, sometimes you just need to be quiet sometimes. Sometimes you just need to plant your seeds and put your vision around you and just go to work. Sometimes it's good to be quiet. Don't share your goals with everybody. You got to remember, I tell y'all all the time, you got to make sure people are qualified to be in your conversation. You got to make sure people are qualified to even listen to your vision. You got to make sure people are qualified to listen to your vision. Because sometimes you're going to be speaking to these dead walls. And so when you're trying to cast your vision and plant seeds of public declaration, it can't go to these places. It can't go to the right people because you're speaking to the wrong people. Just be quiet and plant the seeds through your productivity. Let us see your rank promotion. Let us see your name on a flyer. You don't have to tell people what you're trying to do and what you want to do. We don't care. We don't care till we see you doing it. Who do I know who's going to be promoted because they do three-way calls with me, because they do three-way texts with me? I got people who are ranking up y'all don't even know about because they not out here, oh, man, I can't wait. I got a three-way. They ain't doing all that. Tate just ranked up. Y'all don't even know it. Right? People out here getting bags, trading bags, out here learning the scanner, out here becoming a proficient and independent trader, plugging into every conversation, plugging into every single training call, and shooting me questions all the time. But what you doing? Man, this don't work. I can't get my live account started. I've been trying for 3 weeks. You smack so much you ain't gonna even have no dang teeth left in your mouth. Man, that thing don't work. Man, they told me I could start making money in 24 hours. How much time did you even try to make sure your broker account was set up? Yes, there'll be times that things don't work. But do you have a I got to get this junk done right now attitude? Or is it at some point, someday, I'll get back to it? Y'all stop. See, that's when you take life for granted, when you let it come out of your mouth. And I'm guilty of that sometimes too. I'll do it later. I'll get to that. No, we got to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stop using those words. If you got the legs, the strength, the arms, the brain power to get stuff down today, do it today. There's people out here who can't even lift their arms. There's people out here who can't even walk. There's people out here who can't even see a freaking word on a page. But what do? I'll do that later. I'll do that later. We take it for granted and we got to stop doing it. Right? I'm going to try trading after 6 months. If it don't work, I come back to it. Oh my goodness. How you know you're going to be here 6 months later? Go all in. You got to be committed to stop doing stuff because you think you got all the time in the world. Why are you delaying your freedom? Why are you delaying your financial blessing? Why are you delaying your growth and expansion for your family and yourself? I do that later. I don't know how to do that right now. That look hard. I don't want to do that. Man, ain't nobody hitting me. Man, I don't want to get on that call. Man, they talk all night. Man, them calls are hour long. I ain't got that much time. What are you doing besides that? Watching TV, scrolling Instagram, knocking them kids upside the head, running around the house. Tell them children to go to bed. Right? Just telling you guys, write the vision, paint it all over the house. All right? Eliminate all excuses. Have a solution-based thinking. All right? Solution-based thinking only. Some people don't even like to call me because I be like, okay, so what's the solution? Let's stop dwelling. I hate dwelling. It's a pet peeve of mine. Let's stop dwelling and think of a solution. Because I want to hurry up and make you feel better. I want to hurry up and get this over with so we can get back to peace. All right? Guys, I want to leave you guys with this simple phrase. Keep it simple. Simple. For those of you who don't know how to spell, it's okay. Simple. What is the path to prosperity? We all have to be recalibrated when life throws us blows, okay? So this is your recalibration system. In this moment, it ain't April Fool's, so I ain't playing no joke on y'all. It's April 2nd. You have to recalibrate. I want you to think we're in the third quarter. We're in the second quarter of the year. Every 3 months, every 90 days, set a goal for yourself. Put yourself on a 90-day blitz, okay? From April, May, and June, what are your goals? And it doesn't have to be nothing so, huge and, extravagant. It's just like I was able to read 10 pages a day. I was able to control my tongue. I was able to control my response. I was able to call somebody that I love and simply tell them I love them. I was able to go to academy an hour a day. I was able to get on the team calls every Tuesday night because I wasn't able to do that. I was able to come out to the hangouts in Atlanta. Those things, guys. Completion behind your story every 90 days. If you compound your completions, you'll reach your goal. Goodness gracious. Somebody write that down. If you compound your completions, you'll reach your goals. Okay? So simple. SIMPLE. S-P-L-E, ladies and gentlemen. The first word I want to leave you guys with is your spirituality, okay? S for spirituality, your prayer, your meditation. The first thing that you should do when you wake up in the morning is give thanks. Sometimes, again, out of being habitual, sometimes it's hard for us to get out of bed and get on our knees, or, just simply just give God thanks, or whoever it is that you pray to. Spirituality, meditation, and prayer. When you first wake up in the morning, give thanks. Do not open your phone up to, something crazy and something negative. Don't turn on the news. Please stay away from the news. It ain't nothing but just clouding your vision. Okay. Spirituality for S. All right. You have to develop that every single day, all day, as often as you can. Go get you some books from Max Lucado. Go get you some books from John Maxwell. There's so many people. T.D. Jakes, there's so many people out there. You can go to YouTube University as well. All right. I'm going to tell you guys, if you focus so much on that stuff, it's going to be such a piece that's going to saturate you that it's going to be hard for you to even entertain anything that's negative. I'm telling you guys, it really does happen like that. If you saturate yourself in such spirituality and such growth, guys, it's going to give you a level of intolerance to foolishness, because you're going to get to the point where you really and truly understand you are literally in control of everything that comes in your mind. You're in control of your reactions, your emotions. And so development, that's also in alignment with your personal development. Okay, so we have I for your intellect. I want to focus on different types of intellect. I want to focus on emotional intelligence and spiritual and personal development, which is really your mental intelligence. Okay, so personal development and spiritual intelligence and emotional intelligence. Those levels of intelligence, even though we have spirituality and that's your faith-based thinking and your ability to believe that everything is possible, guys, you also have to have your protection in the earthbound formation. So the personal development and mental, it helps you to keep on your armor. Your spiritual keeps on the armor of God. Your personal emotional intelligence allows you to keep on your armor down here in the flesh, so you could be aware of things that's going on, and you can control your responses, your emotions, and things of that nature. Okay, it gives you the ability to persevere. It all kind of coincides with each other. All right. M for money. M for money. Okay. Do something every day to sharpen your money skills. Everybody trading. If you do something every day to enhance your trading skills, and it goes beyond trading, do something every day to enhance your financial intelligence. Financial intelligence, your money. All right. The 6 rules to money. I can't even see my poster. You guys can write this down. So M for money. Sharpen your financial skills, your money skills. 6 things to do with $1. And let me know if I need to repeat it. 6 things to do with $1. First thing is you pay yourself 10%. Dang, I saw my gym wrong. You pay yourself 10%, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Pay yourself first. Then you pay your tithes for the believers on the line. If not, you pay towards like a charity. Okay? 10%. Then, we're at 10. The third thing you want to do is living expenses. I love this part. I'm going to get back to the simple acronym, but we're on money right now. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to your living expenses, I'm going to let y'all know why people live paycheck to paycheck, by the way. This is your formula right here. You live paycheck to paycheck, some people, I'm not talking about, I'm just saying in general. People live paycheck to paycheck because their income, let's revert that. Your expenses should not exceed 25% of your income. That sounded weird. Your expenses should not exceed 25% of your income. For example, if your bills are $2,500, then your income should be $10,000. 25% of 10,000 is 2,500. Okay? Your expenses should not exceed 25% of your income. So if you want to know what that math looks like, whatever your expenses are, your bills, multiply that times 4. That's how much money you should be making every single month to have financial freedom. Your bills times 4 equals the amount of money you should be making every single month to have financial freedom. If anybody needs me to repeat that, drop a 2 in the chat box. Okay? Number 1, pay yourself 10%. Number 2, pay yourself tithes, if not tithes, charity, 10%. Number 3, living expenses should not exceed no more than 25% of your income. Okay? Y'all good? We good so far? Number 4. Lord, I can't see it. What did that number 4 say? Invest back into your business, 15 to 20%. Okay? Invest back into your business. I know you guys saw the video that we dropped today. I paid DACA to come to Vegas. Every little thing, guys, I'm just trying to create a nice brand. Guys, you guys can create things too. I don't just create stuff for me. I'm trying to help you guys brand as well. Man, my hair is heavy. Brand as well. Okay, so 15 to 20% you invest back in your business, whether it's your trading account, whether it's more literature. If you're going for chairman, maybe that's branding yourself and automation and pictures and different things of that nature. If it's your own personal business outside of this organization, ladies and gentlemen, invest back into your business. Okay? Compound. All right, number 5. What does that even say? Invest. Did I say 5 already? No, I didn't. Number 5, taxes. There we go. 25%. Okay? Set aside 25% of your income for taxes. For my self-employed, for my 1099. All right? 25% of your income. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get a chance to do that, it's okay. IRS will put you on a payment plan. Do not be stressed out about IRS. They are not scary people. Only people who did wrong things should be afraid, okay? If you just simply didn't pay them, it's not a big deal. Just pay them $25 a month, all right? You'll be all right. They do payment plans. Number 6, invest in assets. ASS. ESTS. Buy up your asset category. Stop investing in liabilities, all right? You guys should be reading Rich Dad Poor Dad to know the difference between an asset and a liability. All right. You put you about 15 to 25% into asset column. Okay. Now, if you don't know what assets to invest in right now, just get you a little, Ziploc bag or savings account, something like that. Just put some money aside so you can make sure that you're investing in assets. All right. So 6 rules: invest in yourself, tithes or charity, living expenses, invest back in your business, taxes, and asset category. All right, that's the key to sustainable wealth, ladies and gentlemen. If everybody got the rules of money, what to do with $1, please drop, if you didn't get it, drop a 2 in the chat box. I can repeat it. If you need me to repeat those rules of money, please drop a 2 in the chat box. Okay. Now remember, I'm giving you guys the acronym for SIMPLE: Path to Prosperity. Path to Prosperity. Intellect, S is spirituality. I is intellect, your personal development regimen. And M is money. Do something to sharpen your financial skills. Study stocks. Get out of your comfort zone. Okay, comfort is first you pay yourself 10%. Okay, pay yourself 10%. Number 2 is taxes. Number 2 is tithes or charity. That's 10%. Tithes or charity for 2%. For number 2, 10%. Number 3 is your living expenses. Living expenses should not exceed 25% of your income, meaning whatever your bills are each month, add them all up. Okay. The total of your bills times 4 should be your goal income. All right. Make that an income goal, ladies and gentlemen. At least make that your first income goal. Your bills times 4, including debt, all that stuff. All right. Whatever your monthly expenses are, times 4 should be your monthly income. Just had somebody want to sign up. Number 4. Somebody drop number 4. I'm having a blind moment right now. Invest back into your business. Taxes, and then asset category. Somebody can drop the rules of money inside the chat box, and I'll keep moving with the acronym. Simple. S, spirituality. I for intellect. M for money. And P, physical. This is a weakness for B Burrell right now, y'all. I haven't worked out in 6 months. How do I know it's that number? Because I can't believe it's been 6 months since my grandmother went home to be with the Lord. So last time I worked out. Physical exercise. I tell myself I ain't gonna talk about I need to work out no more. I'm going to the gym on Monday. All right, once I get back from this cabin retreat. P is for physical and exercise. Sitting at the desk will kill you faster. Always stay active. Okay. Immobility leads to no mobility. That was a horrible. I tried to attempt at a rhyme there, guys. It sucks so bad. So physical, remain physical. Get to moving, move them bones. Because if you grow stiff, guys, you're gonna be walking around here like the Tin Can Man from the Wizard of Oz. So you gotta make sure you keep them bones moving, those joints moving. The doctors even said it. When you don't use it, you lose it. Okay. L for love. Spend time with your family, your friends, and cherish those moments. Cherish those moments with family. Okay. Love. All right. Spend time with family. Love your family. Okay. And the last one is entertainment. Go have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. S, spirituality. I, intellect for personal development. M for money. P for physical. L for love. And E for entertainment. Go have some fun. God is the architect of our universe, guys. Okay. Simple. That is the path to prosperity. Keep it simple. All right. And just do the same thing over and over again, guys, and you will reach your goal. Kill excusitis. Discipline is the ability to resist excuses. Okay. Discipline is the ability to resist your excuses. I love it. Okay. I hope you guys got some value on tonight. Write the vision, make it plain. Somebody had a question? Yeah, spirituality for S. Okay, your meditation and your prayer in the morning. So write the vision, make it plain, put your vision all over the place, on your phone, on your screensaver. Keep your gold card in your pocket. Go get it laminated, okay? Go get it laminated. Get your gold card and get it laminated. All right, mine is on the back of my case. So I don't have my laminated. I mean, a case is the lamination for me. Get it laminated. Put your goals everywhere. Do not sleep on what I'm telling you guys. See, y'all think it's funny. You got to make people see the average person don't do this type of work. This is why the average person stay average. Average people like to stay in their comfort zones. They like to do what other normal people do. They like to do what other broke people are doing, what other poor people are doing. I ain't finna do what they doing. Somebody that's making $500,000 a month told me to put my gold card in my phone, in my wallet, in my car, on my ceiling. I'm about to do that. Keep your vision in front of you. If you cannot make public declaration, you don't believe it. What does your exhibit say? What are you saying on your exhibition? What is your screen projector? What is your reel showing? Stop talking about it and be about it. Make sure there's completion behind your story. All right. Make sure there's completion behind your story. Habakkuk, I can't even say it. And what else? Keep it simple. All right. You guys got the rules to money now. Make it happen. And it's okay. We got to grow into those things. Just keep those rules listed, keep them nearby, and look at it every day, all day. Read the 10 pages a day. Keep your personal development growing. I'm telling y'all, the money don't matter. It's people that win the lottery all the time and blow it in a year. I met a young lady in 2012, won $250,000 and was broke in 8 months. She was broke in 8 months. She won $250,000 off a lottery ticket and was broke in 8 months. Bought her a Cadillac truck cash, and at the end of the 8 months, she went and titled it. Do not be her. Get the personal development, study the money skills, and keep your vision in the forefront and have completion at the end of your story. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got value on tonight, drop some love, drop some flames. If you got a thumb up, thumb down, it don't matter. Just drop something in the chat box, guys. That is our Generational Wealth Mindset call every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. I got to ask y'all one more question before I hang up this call. I'm thinking. No, I ain't going to ask it. Never mind. Too soon. I appreciate y'all for being on the call tonight. Stay plugged in. If you need some help, some assistance, let's make it happen. Atlanta on next Saturday. Please show up. I text a lot of people today and got no responses. It's okay. All right. Atlanta next Saturday, April 13th. The ticket is only 20 cotton picking dollars. Okay. That's $2 a day for the next 10 days. All right. Save your money. Show up. Be there. We have Houston May 10th and 11th. Be there at B Square in our biggest convention that's coming September 13th. 50 families is done. Don't quit, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. Harriet Tubman didn't fight for nothing. Martin Luther King didn't fight for no reason. Guys, give them a reason to give them a reason why they fought. All right, let's go. Let go. Peace out. Y'all have a blessed night.